We just have to take care of our body a little bit better because things are starting to like die off and like mutate, like without anyone's
or
fault.
Click
right?
While you're walking up the stairs, you hear that ankle
that
click.
little, or the knee click, or the shoulder dislocate, whatever. Yeah.
Hi everyone. Today we're going to talk about a really important subject: body, health, and hormones, namely about menopause. The M word.
Horrible friend, but
yes,
a reality.
Of course. And all those horrible symptoms of not being able to sleep at night, weight gain, brain fog,
anxiety, frozen shoulder, what?
Hot flashes, a big one.
Right? And then the other day, Achilles, what is that? The plantar fasciitis took me out of a pickleball match because all of a sudden my foot started hurting, and then I tracked it down. I looked down and they're like, oh, it could be a symptom of menopause. So open season.
Yeah, so let's talk a little bit about hormone replacement therapy, or HRT. So what's happened is, and there's a lot of controversy and a lot of misinformation out there. So and I think I did some research, and I think that's all stemming from, there was a study that came out in 2002 by the Women's Health Initiative. And that study said that people that were on hormone replacement therapy for 5 years or more had a higher risk of heart disease, stroke, and breast cancer. But there were some limitations in that study that people are just talking about. That study only looked at women over 60. So it did not even consider newly menopausal women. And there's new research out there saying that if you don't start hormone replacement therapy right after in the early years of menopause, you actually have an increased risk of developing heart disease or osteoporosis. So, I mean, maybe we need to advocate for ourselves and go learn, do your own research. And because unfortunately there are many women out there with debilitating menopausal symptoms that aren't getting any help with
because
that,
their doctors aren't talking about it.
The doctors aren't talking about it, especially after this study. And the other thing, that it took 20 years, more than 20 years, for this to come to light, that, hey, we're talking about older women here. But that, I mean, it fueled so much misinformation that people, I mean, I always thought hormone replacement therapy was bad. I mean, you're going to get cancer, but apparently not. And then it took 20 years for that to come to light. And the other thing is that you go to your physician and they are overworked. And maybe they might not know the latest research. And it takes some time for that practice and for it to become mainstream medicine to say, hey, maybe you should try this. So we got to go into the doctor's office with our own research and, talk to the doctor. What do you think? I read this.
Right.
What are your thoughts?
Right.
And maybe multiple doctors you need to talk to to figure out what's best for you.
Right.
So the bottom line is we all have to make our own informed choices, do our own research, and figure out what's best for you, because what might be good for me may not be good for you. And maybe we start with having open, honest dialogue about this. So what's your journey been like?
Okay, so personally, I do not take HRT. And I have had the symptoms, hot flashes, brain fog, sleeplessness, I've had the symptoms, and I tried doing like the online, those pills that just say, okay, it'll alleviate belly fat and all of that stuff, and it really didn't work for me.
Like herbal therapy.
Yeah, like the herbal therapy. Didn't feel much of an effect for me. And I know that we've spoken about HRT, and you really recommended it.
Yeah.
100%. And I wasn't against it, but I am also more, I don't know, I don't even like taking aspirin when I have a headache. So I'm kind of coming more from that camp. And I was struggling with the symptoms as of late, because my body has been really, every now and then it'll come to me in a pinch. And right now, about 2 weeks ago, it kind of was just like, hey, we need to clean things up here because everything is out of sorts, out of funk. And I thought it was more because we were just I was coming off of birthdays and Thanksgiving, and I was just gorging. I was just going for it. So then I actually tried a fast. I did a 36-hour fast, and I loved it. I loved it. It was like my body was like, yes, you need this. And I said, let's go for it. Let's do this. And I got through the 36 clear-headed. I wasn't hungry. At that point, I felt like I needed to eat just to like,
Right.
you know.
So you don't die.
So I don't die. So I don't crash when I go pick up my kid. Not that I wanted to, but it made me feel like, oh my gosh, people don't really need to eat, you know, unless to sustain their life. But that way, okay.
Don't stop eating.
But in relation to menopause, I didn't have any hot flashes.
Oh, during that.
I did not have a hot flash.
Interesting.
I didn't have a hot flash. I'd actually lost, it's been now 9 days, and yesterday this morning I just ended my second fast, because now I have it on regular after our big Sunday dinners. I'll just go through Monday and all that. And in 9 days since I started, I've lost 8 pounds.
Oh,
I
wow.
have lost 8 pounds, and I feel like energetic. I feel more clear-headed, not perfect, but a little bit better than before.
How's the sleep?
I'm getting pretty decent sleep. I've never been a good sleeper even before this. I'm a very light sleeper, but I do feel like even when I was doing those herbal things, not as good as this. So my theory with me is I am trying to maybe be more intentional, locking my diet down, locking my physical activity in terms of cardio and things, all that down, my water intake, you know, getting more water. And I'm doing this because I knew I was lacking it beforehand.
Yeah.
So almost becoming more conscious of taking care of my body has also alleviated some of the symptoms I was suffering from menopause. So I don't know, I don't know if I'm at the later part of menopause where I'm like, it's just, the symptoms are just tapering off in general. But in general, I am feeling less of that, the hot sweats, just the randomness of all of that stuff. And I haven't been as like annoyed and irritated with the people around me. I've been like super like calm, like, yeah, you be you, I'm gonna be me, you know, not in such like a, you know, free love and all of that stuff, but just more of a like, hey, it doesn't bug me because it's so stupid. You know, it's just, I don't know. I just feel calmer. And
good.
You know, that's without HRT. But again, this is me, this is my body, this is, you know, just what I'm going through and what my experience has been. So
yeah, and I, like you mentioned, am doing HRT. I'm doing the lowest dose because I was also like, I don't want to be on medication.
Yeah.
But my symptoms, I would have hot flashes every half hour.
Yeah.
And it was getting to the point where I just could not function, and the sleep was awful. I was not getting good sleep, and that was also adding to memory issues and more brain fog.
Right.
So I was like, okay, you know what? I'm desperate. I'm going to try something.
Yeah.
So, I mean, it's worked out great for me. I think my anxiety is better. I'm sleeping so much better, and that in itself has made such a difference. And the hot flashes are gone. What a relief, especially during these hot summers in LA. Oh my God.
Yeah.
So that's been great. It's been about a year now that I started it. And I think I'm going to stay the course, at least for now. I mean, I'll reevaluate in another year or two, because I don't want to be on it forever. I don't want to be on it more than 5 years.
Right.
My doctor said that you can be on it up to 7 years and not have any issues, but I'm going to take that with a grain of salt and figure out what works for me and see. Maybe I'll go off of it, give my body a break for a month or two.
Yeah.
I know it takes a month or two for it to start kicking in.
Right. I mean,
but
really,
let's see.
Yeah. I mean, who really knows? Like,
women's health studies are lacking.
Exactly. And that's the thing, because I know you mentioned the osteoporosis and stuff, and I was like, well, but they're also saying if you go to the gym and you lift, you know, you could be strengthening. I mean, we're like at that age where we can't eat and do certain things that we did when we were younger. It's just, you know, our lifestyle in general has to change, not just, you know, science, medication, you know, all of that stuff. Like in general, we just have to take care of our body a little bit better, because things are starting to like die off and like mutate, like without anyone's
or
fault.
click
Right.
while you're walking up the stairs. You hear that ankle
That
click.
little, or the knee click, or the shoulder dislocate, whatever. Yeah.
So what are we going to do about menopause? I think what the simple, easy things, the low-hanging fruit that we can do is practice some lifestyle changes, move, do weight training, make sure you're eating enough protein, do relaxation techniques, do yoga, even some deep breathing, manage your stress levels, eat whole foods. You can take vitamin D and calcium. And of course, we're not doctors, so please consult with your own doctors before taking any supplements or any kind of, treatment. Dress in layers. You can take more off when you go through those hot flashes. And then I think we can also change our mindset. Let's reframe menopause. It's not the end of something. It's a new beginning. It's a chance to go through a transition and focus on personal growth. Because now we might have a little bit more time, in our hands, I hope. And then, embrace your control, practice, identify the things you can control and act on that. And again, set boundaries for yourself. I think we as women say yes to everything. We don't want to say no to anybody, but sometimes it's okay to say no and prioritize yourself. So learn to set those boundaries for yourself. Leave a comment below and let us know how you're alleviating your menopause symptoms. And subscribe to our channel. Let us be a community in this new journey of ours.
And share this video with someone you think can use some of the advice that we've just put there.
So remember, it's the beginning, it's not the end.
Right back.